So I'm sitting here working on my emotional energy program that I'm going to be launching, and just sitting here having my little bulletproof coffee. Happened to be scrolling through LinkedIn, and my good friend Debbie Peterson actually posted this great thing that was like, "Are you Debbie? Are you watching me do this?" It's like, what if we recharged ourselves as much as we did our devices? And that is, I mean, that's what emotional energy, our life energy is all about. We need to recharge ourselves, not just our devices. So let's talk about that after the intro. Welcome to my journey of self-discovery, life balance, career success, and business creation. This podcast works to answer the question of how successful professionals like us stop drifting and get focused on keeping our careers and businesses growing rapidly while having a full, balanced, and vibrant life that we absolutely love. What we call the Third Power Life. And this is the Third Power Life Podcast. So I don't know if you've had the experience of having your device, it's dying. I saw a great thing on Facebook. It's like the modern parent is you don't take away the kids' devices, you take away all the chargers and watch them as they watch their dread as their devices slowly drain away to zero. It's terrible, terrible. But the reality of it is for this, I don't like it to go real low. And when it starts getting low, when the gas starts getting low in my car, below half a tank, and I'm like, yeah, I should probably, fill up sometime soon. But what about ourselves? What about our own emotional energy, our spiritual energy? When do we recharge that? I mean, for a high percentage of my life lately, it's like the warning lights blinking, the little gas indicators going, dude, hope you like walking, right? All of the indicators, it was like energy low, battery dead, right? And yet, oh, well, I'll just keep going. I'll keep going. And, I've got work to do. I can't stop. I've got work to do. I want you to take the same amount of thought and energy and all of that to your phone. I want you to apply that to yourself. What if you got work to do, right? On the phone. I do use mine for work, right? Not just to play, Clash of Clans, right? So I'm working and it gets down to like 5%. Am I just going to say, just push through, pull up your big boy pants and keep going, phone? No, you're not, because it ain't going to function. So you go find a place, you plug it in, and you recharge it, right? But for us, I've been sitting last week, I was sitting there and my personal battery was at like 1% and, alarms are going off, but nope, I've got to finish this work. It doesn't make any sense. Because the reality of it is that when you are in that state, you are not productive. You are not able to make good decisions. You are not creative. You don't have the energy for it. All of those things, those are high usage apps, right? You've got to take care of yourself. You have to, even if it's a 10 or 15 minute quick charge, right? I've talked, and I need to do another podcast about sleeping, but take a nap. A 20-minute nap will recharge you for hours, right? Don't go longer than 20 minutes. I'll talk about that in that podcast. But a 20-minute nap, go for a 10-minute meditation where you go sit somewhere quiet. If you can find a place, I have kids. It can be challenging. find a place that's quiet. If you have to go sit out in your own car, that's fine. And breathe. Just breathe deeply. Because most of the time, as adults, we have a very shallow breath. It's just, that's it. Instead of that difference is monumental. I mean, it's funny, even doing that one breath there, I felt my shoulders relax a little bit. Right? Because I'm tense, I'm talking. But just breathe. Take 5 minutes to go find some place away from your computer, away from instant messages, away from notifications, and just breathe deeply. And that's a little bit of a charge. Now, it's not sitting it on the charger overnight. It's not going to get you to 100%, but it'll get you from 1 to maybe 20, right? But if you've got things that you need to do where you need to make heavy decisions, or you need to be really creative, or you need to deal with challenging people, a low battery is going to do nothing but bad for you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you from experience. So make sure you're recharging yourself on a daily basis, either with some type of prayer, meditation, deep breathing, whatever. At least 5 to 10 minutes of quiet, contemplative, deep breathing time will do wonders. Make sure that you're getting sleep. Now, I used to be one of those people that I can get by on 3 hours sleep. And I can. I've done it. I've done it for months at a time. And let me tell you, the toll on your body is profound. But since I've started getting, I do 7.5 hours sleep. Again, I'll talk about it on that sleep one. But getting a good night, going to bed at a reasonable time and waking up early. And in the morning, I try to do all of my high energy items, my decisions, my creativity, all of that. Do that in the morning before your battery's drained down, and take time. So on a daily basis, do things that relax you. Make sure you're eating well, that you're sleeping well, and that you're taking time for yourself, and that you take breaks. A 5-minute break in the middle of the day makes a huge difference. On a larger scale, I'm a firm believer that we all need to take, at a minimum, a 2-week, but preferably 4 to 6 week vacation. And I know most of you are going, what? There's no way. That'll never work. I've done it. It's challenging. Especially in a large organization, there's a lot that you have to kind of coordinate, but it can be done. It can be done. So ideally, for the normal corporate America work thing, you can do 3 weeks. You can, and let me tell you, that's a recharge that it increases the battery capacity, right? It's absolutely, because it takes at least 4 days to disconnect from work. And then 3 or 4 days before you're coming back, you're already starting to reconnect. So there's 8 days? So it needs to be more than 8 days for you to start having recharge time, right? So if you take a 2-week vacation, you're actually getting 4 to 5 days of actual downtime. So take that time, and that's recharging for the soul, and do things that help do that. Anyway, so this course is going to be fun. I've been looking forward to doing this for a while, but just emotional energy, our spiritual energy, recharge yourself as much as you recharge this guy, your phone, for those not watching the video. And so recharge yourself. That's you have to have the emotional, spiritual energy to be able to live your life to the third power, to be able to to achieve your quest, to have success, energy is absolutely necessary. So thank you, Debbie. I appreciate the prompt for today's podcast, and we will talk again soon. I'm glad you enjoyed this podcast. Please let us know what impacted you in today's episode. You can join our Discord or Facebook community to connect with like-minded people that want a real Third Power life. You can go to thirdpowerlife.com or look in the show notes for links. And remember, hit that like, subscribe, and rate button for the Third Power Life podcast. Until next time.